Hello and welcome back to another vlog. This vlog is part 2 to last week's, but don't worry if you haven't seen last week's, it really doesn't matter. So I decided to do it as a voiceover vlog today because lots of my clips didn't have very good background sound and I haven't done much talking. I tried to do a lot more videoing of what I've actually been doing because I know it's a lot more enjoyable to watch things actually happening. So the first day that I've included in this vlog started off with the usual housework. I say started off, this is the part 2 to last week's, so you would have seen the beginning of this day and part of me doing some of this housework already, but this is the carry on from that. So yeah, just a day around the house. Sometimes you really need those days, don't you, where you just kind of feel like you reset everything. And I think life is all about balance. I don't like having too many days like this because I get down, I have to get out and about and do things. But equally, I then really enjoy days like this when I haven't had them for a little while. And it just feels really good to get on top of everything again. I went shopping and did a food shop, so I was just putting everything away. I basically do these jobs while baby girl is happy, keeping herself entertained, and then when I can tell she's starting to do more things for attention, I kind of know the time's right to stop and do something different with her. Here I'm just eating some baby food that my mum gave me, but that she didn't like, so I just ate that because waste not, want not. This was a really cute little clip. This is the first time she's done this. She kind of got all her dolls eating, which I just loved, so I thought I'd share that with you. And here I am making the bed again after you would have seen in part 1. We took that all apart and yeah, putting it all back together. I always hoover the bed. Is anyone else like that? I mean, we have got a dog that we allow on the bed, which I know some people think is really gross. But yeah, I'm quite funny about always hoovering the bed. I love the feeling. Does anyone? I mean, you can't not love the feeling of a fresh bed. Then for dinner, I just did a pre-made lasagna that I had in the freezer that I'd made before. The only thing that was so annoying was that the little dish seemed to be too deep or something. It just didn't cook, or I just needed to do it for a lot longer. It just didn't seem to be cooking well in the middle. It was cold in the middle still, so I ended up, just to save time, popping it straight into another dish that's wider and lower, and just to make sure it was cooked properly. But yeah, it meant that the presentation wasn't great. So on to the next day, we had pancakes. I love pancakes. I have some cheeky maple syrup in at the moment and it's so good, with berries too. Then I had my supplements, Wild Nutrition, Shout Out and Real Magic Matcha. 2 of my favourite products. I've talked about them in the previous vlog as well. I'm not in any way anything to do with the brands, just really highly rate those supplements, and the matcha, just I noticed the difference almost instantly. It's amazing. So then we were on this most beautiful hike, and it was a really windy, cloudy, foggy, miserable day. And if anything reminds you to get out, whatever the weather, this is it. We had the fog and yet we still saw some gorgeous views, but we just had so much fun. It was so much more fun than if we'd thought, oh, we can't go out today because of the weather, you know? Just get yourselves out, it feels so good. It was a real reminder to me that whatever the weather, and look at this little nest, there's actually a bird in there. If you pause the video and look, you'll see there's actually a little bird in there. I couldn't believe it. We had this gorgeous soup at this little local farm, homemade soup from the produce that they grow on the farm. Gorgeous. And then we listened to a herbal medicine talk. If you'd be interested in knowing what she taught us, just let me know and I can do a video on that. Then we had the cosiest evening watching some telly. We moved the telly into the bedroom because we're not actually having any TV at the moment, but we decided on a weekend we'd move the telly into the bedroom and just have a good old movie night, a cosy one, because we really needed it. And then we spent our Sunday on another big nice walk. We went to one of our favourite beaches, and it's got a gorgeous river called the Cookmere River coming down to it. And so there's always a lot going on at the river mouth, like you can see here, all of the water movement. It's just so amazing to watch. And the light was gorgeous, the sun was coming down. We rode the bike along to the beach and the dog played, and just life, just perfection. Threw stones in the sea, just had an amazing, amazing time. I was worrying about whether she was cold enough, warm enough. I was worried whether she was too cold. But yeah, her bike seat, just having that is amazing, and what a joy. Again, just the simple things in life, honestly. So, so good. It was lovely. And then the last clips to add was another day well spent, another pancake stack. Well, I say pancake stack, the last one wasn't a pancake stack, but nothing like a good old puffy pancake stack. Gorgeous flowers that were from Valentine's Day from Tom. And then I headed to another beach, and this one has lots of sand when the tide's out. And I haven't really taken baby girl to play on sand much, apart from when we've been away. So I thought it would be a really nice treat. Notice these. If anyone knows how these occur, please let me know. They look like little trees. I thought they were really cool in the sand. But yeah, we just set up camp. I brought my yoga mat for her to sit on. She did have a bit of a sensory issue with like worrying over the sand at first on her feet. She didn't like the wet sand under her shoes, which was interesting.
Little baby snail in there. And there's lots of shells. That would be a water snail, a sea snail. And there's lots of shells, isn't there? And little animals live in there. Yeah. And look, what's over there? More water. It's down there, and we're up here. How does that work then? Wow. Look at that circle. Whoa! Ready, steady, go! Jump! There's that one as well, look. Wow. You hear that nice sound? Isn't that a lovely sound? I love that sound.
Then I decided to do some yoga on the beach. I was hoping I might get a chance. I love to just do some stretching or some yoga wherever I am, whenever I can, because as a mum, it's really hard to plan it in, and as much as I would love to go to classes, it just doesn't work for us at this time, and that's fine. I have lots of time in the day when I'm with her, and it's actually one of the things that is easy enough to do with her, because she can be playing around and doing her own thing, and I can just get some bits done and feel a little bit better. What I do love about motherhood and being such a stay-at-home mum, I do have a job, I do some work, but it's minimal. So I do kind of class myself still as a stay-at-home mum, and what I do love about it is actually how active you can be and how much movement I'm doing in the day, you know, not sitting at a desk all day, and I feel so privileged for that to be the case. And just even when you're doing housework, pottering at home, pottering in the garden, going out for walks, whatever you're doing, like tending to your child, you're moving your body so much, and it's so good for you. You know, that's how humans are meant to be. We should be doing that all the time. And yeah, I just feel so healthy for being able to live this lifestyle now and spending more time outdoors again, and yeah, just being able to be. And I do not take it for granted. I absolutely love it. I feel like I just spend time with my little bestie and the dog, and yeah, we have a ball. So it's so fun to do different things and to be like, this is the first time she's doing this. Like, how cool is that she's not experienced this thing before? I really love that, and that feeling that, you know, this is her childhood, and I hope I'm making it magical. And also that fact that you just don't need to do much with kids. Like, as long as they have the freedom to explore and to actually take their time looking at things, like, that's what they want to do. And she teaches me to go slower and to be present, and that's something I really struggle with. I've always been a very fast person. I often will rush past things, or I'll be in my head. If I'm on a walk with a dog, you've seen it where I talk about, you know, all the things that come into my head. Hardly ever am I present, am I thinking about what I can see. I try and make myself do it more now, but I am so away with the fairies and I go off thinking of some other thing. And what I really love about spending time with her is she reminds me to come back to thinking about what I'm actually doing and what I'm feeling and what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing and what we're doing in the physical place that we are right now. Like here, we were just making little things out of stones, you know, we ended up making a circle and we made a line, and she wanted to throw stones in the actual sea, so we went right up to the water's edge to make sure we could throw the stones right in.
It's in the sea, wow!
I was looking for some wood on the beach that had been weathered by the sea, and I found some because I've wanted to make one of these things. I'll put a picture up, go above our bed.
It's a nice one, isn't it? That one will work.
I don't know when I'll actually do it yet because I need to work out how to make sure the wood has been dried out for long enough and maybe treat the wood. I'm not sure yet if I need to do some sanding and stuff like that.
Oh, I'll do. Good boy. If I ever spot anything on the beach like this, it's fully circular with no hole, we'll always pick it up because that is the sort of thing that's so easy for animals to get trapped in the sea, or on land, to be honest. What a day.
And lunch outside to finish.
I always get my epiphanies on walks, and the one I've just had is probably just so obvious, but I feel like the best thing, like the truest, kindest, most amazing thing you can do for yourself in your life is living as the person that you want to be. And maybe there's a step back there of figuring out who that is and what your values are and what that looks like first, but just living each day with the simple things that you feel like you would want to choose for yourself if it were up to you, if you didn't have that thing in the way, or that thing, or the thing that's on your mind, or whatever else. What would you choose? Like, I was just thinking, it was weird because I was thinking about how before we had a dog again, I just stopped kind of getting out in the countryside and walking, and Tom and I love the forest, and you know, I remember us being like, it's been another month and we haven't gone to the forest. And like now I've got a dog again, I just can't believe I got into that. But you do, life sweeps you away and you get into habits that you don't mean to be in, or just you drop things that you actually want in your life. And that's what I found. And so yeah, that's the epiphany I just came to, is if you make it simple and just focus on, okay, what do I want things to be?